Okay, so straight away, I'm going to say Stablefund is a Ponzi. I've already done a video on this, but I thought I'd do an updated video, but there's a little bit more detail because why not? So let's have a look at the website. So it's stablefund.app, and let's have a look at some problems I've got with this site. Okay, so it's a wallet, and they say it's been featured in Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, NASDAQ, MarketWatch, Bitcoin.com, Bitcoinist. Now, when you click on all of these, okay, so this is the Yahoo one. May 25th, 2022, 2-minute read. Okay, so you sort of go through it. If you have a look at it. Okay, another one, NASDAQ, published May 25th. Okay, so what this is, and if you have a look at another one, May 25th, it's the same article written by them, and they basically shared it, okay, on this thing called Newsfile, I think it is, Newsfile. So this is the article. Stable One Group Limited has developed an AI tool called Stablefund to help users conveniently trade cryptocurrency. So it's the same article put on different ones. So they give the impression that someone from Yahoo Finance has gone out of their way to write an article, or the people from NASDAQ have gone out of their way to write an article and write something up about it. They haven't. It's their article that they've paid probably money to do this. So it's nothing to do really with any of these companies. So it's not an endorsement by Bloomberg. It's not an endorsement by NASDAQ or Yahoo Finance. Okay, it's just a shared article. Another thing that was mentioned actually was they're going to do something in Dubai in October. And just one thing I noticed here, so they're going to be apparently the featured sponsor. Stablefund is a featured sponsor. 3,000 attendees, 110 journalists. So whoever did the spelling needs shooting there. So just another dodgy red flag where you get the spelling, journalists. It doesn't have an I in it there. It's not nail. It's now journalists. Okay, so terrible spelling. That's the sort of thing. Spellings are red flags, okay? They really are. People have poor spelling, quite often they're scammers. And I believe this guy is a scammer. And the reason why I think he's a scammer is because I listened to this James Pelton Ask Me Anything, AMA, about Stablefund. So I've kind of written down some things here. He's involved with other projects. So 1 minute 21, 1 minute 29 or something, Stable One, high ROI. So he was involved in another one called Stable One. All right. And then that collapsed, and he makes some feeble excuse about something about Matic and it getting to 100 and it getting in a loop and stuff like this. It's all like smoke and mirrors. And then he had to pay out S-Rocket. So instead of paying them back because they basically ran out of funds, okay, which all these Ponzi schemes do, they run out of funds. That's what happens. They run out of liquidity. He then gave them some dodgy token called S-Rocket. Now, as it turns out, that S-Rocket has actually done pretty good. So the people who've got that have actually done well out of it. But it doesn't escape the fact it's still a Ponzi scheme, okay? Now, 2 minutes 30 or so. So these are rough timings that I'm giving here. He mentions the farmhouse, and he says it's a miner, and it's like baked beans project, okay? So it's like baked beans. Now, these miners are all Ponzi schemes. They just rely on other people putting in money and getting paid interest or ROI from new people's money, which is the exact definition of a Ponzi scheme. So it's exactly the same. Now in this thing, in this hammer, that so if we just take it up to here, say anywhere.
I did want to.
So you notice here, he's got no picture, he's got no docs. Okay, so his name is Mr. Michael Pardos. Okay, he lives in Essex, so he is based in the UK. I'm not going to say what his address is, okay, because it might not be right, it might be a lie. So I'd rather not do that. I know I've got an address of him. I know he lives in Essex, London, in a decent house, probably worth £400,000, £500,000. So I do know that about him. What else do I know? Let's go back to the website again. I think this website's pretty naff. Okay, it's very basic. Other people said, "Oh, it looks all great and everything." If you click on, for instance, why us? Why us? Swap crypto directly. Swap tokens from a desktop or mobile wallet. The swaps function integrates data from decentralized exchange aggregators to ensure you get the best pricing and the lowest transaction fees. I mean, so it talks about a wallet, really. Now, this has nothing to do with how it's going to earn 1.5%. Okay. Daily return. Stablefund offers a solid 1.5% daily return on your investment. How can anything offer 1.5 solid? 1.5% simple interest, okay, would be, times it by 30 is 45% a month, okay, and that's not even compounded. That is a hell of a lot. They use a deposit matic in a pool with bots, which over the time invest the funds in the most profitable trades to get the most returns. Okay, so let's have a look at a typical trading site. So this is free commerce. Okay, I've traded on here. I've even got videos so of me trading. Okay, so I've done example trades. I've used DCA bots, it's dollar cost average bots. So I can do long bots, I can do short bots, I can do bots which have lots of different cryptocurrencies. Okay, so you can do that. That's not a problem. You can also do grid bots where you have lots of lines and you basically the bot is pretty much trading all the time. I did one on Matic even a bit ago. I'll probably put a link to that, and you can see it trading. It's absolutely freaking crazy, to be honest with you. You can make profits on bots. Now, if you have a look at the bots, though, this is profit last month. So if you look at the profits, this is monthly profit, okay? The profit last month on these bots, look, 4.85%, 10%, 11%. So if you scroll down, okay, what's the highest bot there? 15%, 15%, 14%, 10%, 10%. Is anything coming close to 45%? Can you see anything there? No, I can't either. Let's change it because that's market BTC. Let's change it to something else. Let's change it to BUSD, okay? So this is all bots. So different strategies, bot types, single pair, multi-pair, all of them. Strategy, long or short. So in other words, you can long it or short the market. So in other words, if it goes down in price, you can make money. If it goes up in price, you can make money. So if you had a great bot strategy, you could make money whether the market goes up or down, okay? You look at this, market BUSD, okay, which is one of the coins that he says he uses. Again, if you look through it, 12%. Most of them are like 4%, 14%. Okay, and don't forget, these are using different coins. Look, XRP, Ethereum, Litecoin, I forgot what that one's called, ADA probably. So they're all using different coins. 8%. Nothing is, I can't see any bot that is close to 45%, 20%, okay, 19% should I say. Okay, nothing is close to 45%. Let's change the currency again. Let's go for BNB because he mentioned BNB. 3%. Let's go for Ether. Why not? 27%. Oh, okay. We're getting up to somewhere now. 27%. Okay. So this is a whole month. Yet he's been trading for 5 months. I can't find a single bot that's made anywhere close to 45% in 1 month. Okay. So that just massive red flag, okay? He's not going to show you a bot that's going to be trading to 45% because it's not possible. Okay, not on a regular basis anyway. You could perhaps do 1.5% in a day. My bots have done that. I've done quite a few bots where they've traded on multiple days and they got 1.5%. But none of these are doing that. Okay. Matic link by API. It's all smoke and mirrors, I think. You know, he talks about 12 minutes, $1 billion more leverage. So if he's got more leverage, if there's more people pumping money in, he's got more leverage and he can deal with it. But then later on, he talks about that nobody is compounding it. Something like 3% of the people on the platform are compounding it. He almost says like, oh, nobody's going to be stupid enough to compound it for a whole year because you'd get from $1,000 to whatever silly amount it was. I can't even remember the figures. You know, I don't know, 1.2 million, whatever. Nobody's going to be stupid enough to do that. But the point is, if he's saying the bots can do 1.5%, because he said that he's not going to change it, he's not going to lower it down. He's going to keep it at 1.5%. He's not going to drop it to 1.3% or 1%. He's going to keep it at 1.5% all the time. Because if he's saying that he's got the leverage, and that leverage, the more leverage he's got, the more it makes it easy. And now I can see having more leverage does make it easy. I think if I had that amount of money, I could definitely do that. Okay. But I don't think I could guarantee 1.5%. I think I could guarantee profits if I was using bots to trade. If I had $10 million of BUSD, but there's no way I could guarantee. There's no way I'd stick my neck out and say, listen, your funds are guaranteed for 1.5%. The reason why he's guaranteeing it for 1.5%, it's a Ponzi scheme, and the whole thing's going to collapse in a couple of months. That's why. That's what I think, in my opinion. Now he's making money on, his fees. That's what he's getting his money from. He wants it to keep going. But also he could even rug pull. The other thing that's worrying, he gets asked the question, who's in charge of the wallets? Well, it's him and someone else. And on one particular wallet, he's the sole person in charge. He can basically take all that money out. He can rug pull, in other words. He can just bugger off to Dubai and live there for the rest of his life on all your money that you've deposited in. Maybe he's just why he's not rug pulled so far. He says, why haven't I rug pulled so far? We've got 22 million in the thing. Why haven't I rug pulled more? No, or maybe he's just greedy. Maybe he wants 100 million. I don't know. Okay. Maybe he's just happy with getting the 3% of everyone's money that he keeps putting in. I know I would be. Okay. But I wouldn't want to do it because in my opinion, he's running a Ponzi scheme. It's illegal in pretty much every country to run a Ponzi scheme because you're taking people's hard-earned money off them. Some people are going to lose. Now, for all those people who say, well, I put £1,000 in or $1,000 in and I've got my money out and $1,000 is riding, look at me, aren't I great? Okay. And thus, therefore, proving that it isn't a Ponzi scheme, that is just nonsense. Okay. Because every single Ponzi scheme has winners and losers. Okay. The people who've gone in early into this stable fund, they will be making money. You'll be making money. But what we're saying now is the people who are coming in now aren't necessarily guaranteed to make any money. They've got to wait 28 days for them to be able to pull their money out. They are not guaranteed to make their money back. Okay. Now, another thing they talk about is this the very bottom, this great 85 Great Portland Street. Now, he freely admits it's just an office with a PO box. So I'm not asked about that. That doesn't bother me at all. There's nothing wrong in having a virtual address because you don't really want your home address on your website. Although I've had other places where I put my home address, I don't really care. Sometimes if I'm doing something completely legit, then I won't care if people know where I live. Why would I care? I'm doing something legit. Okay. So he doesn't want to really post, his actual house, which is in Essex. Okay. I'm not going to say what it is because I don't think it's really fair to do that, but it's easy to find. Okay. You only have to sort of type that into an address and you will eventually find it if you look through a couple of sites. So that's all I'm going to say about that. So I'm not going to kind of give that one away. I don't know how he's got an Apple Store, if I'm honest with you. Apple Store is difficult to get on, and like a lot of people says, how's he got on it? Google Play Store is easier to get onto. What I would suggest how he's got on there is he's probably got on there because he's advertised this as a wallet to begin with. It may be that he's changed the app. So you can get on there first and just advertise it as a wallet. Wallets, you know, there's loads and loads of crypto wallets. So I think he's got on there and advertised this as a wallet. And that's what it pretty much is. Your wallet is secure. So I don't think that's a big deal, really. I think he's got on Apple Play Store by advertising this app as a wallet and not as a 1.5% return. Okay. What other questions we got here? Oh yeah, the referral system. So 20 minutes, he calls referral systems, he calls them a definite Ponzi. So 22 minutes on the James, where is it now? 22 minutes.
As of now, I don't have an answer for that, but yes, we have science
for answering that. And then this one is near and dear to my heart, but a few people are asking if you're ever planning on doing a referral program, which yes, I would be a fan of that. What are your thoughts?
Never.
Never, he says. Okay. So this is his project, the other project, the farmhouse.io. So he says he's never going to do a referral project. Well, look, go to the farmhouse.io. Let's look down here. So you've got a referral leaderboard. And then you got here, referral link. Okay. Earn 13.5% on the Matic used to plant seeds from anyone who uses your referral link. Okay. So the farmhouse is a Ponzi scheme. Okay. And now what he's saying here is he's got a referral link. Okay. On the farmhouse. Right at the very start of the thing, he admits to saying that he's done farmhouse. Well, we got it now. Let's just go over it again if I haven't mentioned it.
Bean concept. That was quite the funds got stuck, and what we did was we refunded close to 500,000 Matic that time, which was Matic was around $2.50 that time, and we gave people a token called S-Rocket, which is actually linked to the Stablefund token to everyone who was affected, who we could not pay out in Matic that time. And then, cut long story short, I was not doing any ROI projects after that. Then I launched a project called the Farmhouse, which...
So you mentioned Stablefund, which is an ROI project, which went belly up, obviously, because it's a Ponzi scheme.
Which was just like a miner, similar to quite...
So he's mentioned now the farmhouse here, which is just like a miner.
Like the baked bean concept. That was quite a success as well on the Matic chain. Thereafter, since a lot of people were...
So he freely admits that he's done the farmhouse. And as you can see later on, I've shown that it's got a referral system. And Michael says in this video that a referral system is a Ponzi scheme. So out of the words of his own mouth, he says, it's a Ponzi scheme. He's admitting it. Okay. I don't know. Right. He talks about bots 50%. Okay, sorry, down 50%. So if crypto goes down 50%, he basically says it's done for. We're fucked. Okay, that's what he basically says. Okay, you know, if everything goes, I can promise 1.5%, but if it goes down 50-60%, then we're screwed. Well, actually, I don't think he should be saying that. If he's got bots, he can have short bots. He can short things. Okay, so in other words, if you short something, then when it goes down, you make profits. So if he's got, and he also says he's got 15 devs working on robots, 15 devs working on robots, and he's got 3 currencies. He's got Matic, he's got BUSD, and he's got BNB. Why the hell does he need 15 devs? You know, if you watch someone like the Trading Parrot, okay, he's a pretty clued up guy. If you watch his videos on bots, you don't need 15 people to help you to keep an eye on your bots. And he's saying 15. He's just pulling numbers out of the back of his back, out of his ass, to be honest with you. Dubai tickets. Well, he always talks about things like in the future, like November, October. Why can't he show? He's going to show these trading bots in November in Dubai or something. Now, why can't he show them now? I mean, I've got videos. Loads of people have got videos on trading bots, and you could easily do something, okay, to show your bots trading. But he doesn't do this, okay? It's all just smoke and mirrors. It's just avoiding the question, really. So I'm calling this out for what it is. It's a Ponzi scheme. And I don't care how many dislikes people give on this video, because I know people will give dislikes. The other one got loads of dislikes. Great. Dislike this video all you like. I'm trying to save people some money. Do not go into it. It's a Ponzi scheme. Just because you've made money in the project and you've been in it a couple of months, great. Well done. I'd get your money out, though, if you've done that. Take your profits and do something else with it, okay? But Stablefund is a Ponzi scheme. There's loads of red flags. Avoid like the plague, okay? And I'm done with this.